you can never go out of business, because nobody could ever take your brand away from you, because God made everybody different and you're uniquely you, and nobody can take that away. Hi, welcome to Savvy. I'm Rob G. Today I want to talk to you about personal branding. Now, these days, personal branding, it's pretty huge, and thanks to YouTube, okay, anybody can be whoever they want. They can express themselves in any way they really want to. And personal branding has become a thing largely due to the fact that we have access to the ability, like YouTube, to be able to produce these videos and express ourselves according to what we want to put out there content-wise. And now personal branding comes about because of that, as we are attracted to certain influencers online, whether it's YouTube or Twitter, Instagram, wherever it may be, and we follow those people because we like them, we like their message, we enjoy their content, we want to learn from them, we want to be entertained by them, whatever the content may be. Now, that person has a particular style and personality, and that's essentially what branding is. A big part of branding is the personality of the driving force behind the company or the person or the brand or the content. And that personality embodies that brand. And when we talk about personal brand, you know, who are you and what is your personality style, and what kind of audience do you have? Who do you relate to? Who aligns with you? What are your values, and who shares those values so much that they want to tune into you on a regular basis and find out what you got to serve up content-wise? And as far as personal branding is concerned, there's the visual aspect of that, which I won't get a lot into, but it is important to remember to do that so that there is a way to quickly identify your content no matter where it lives. And when it comes to branding, we're talking about color, we're talking about typography, you know, the font you use. These things matter and they make a difference. They emote certain things about the brand itself. So a good designer, a good branding company, of course, will take these things into consideration when designing a brand visually to convey a certain feeling or personality, because type has personality and color has emotion, so that all factors in. In relations to a personal brand versus, say, a business brand or a company brand, if you're building a company and you're branding that, here's something you definitely want to do. Don't separate them, okay? If you're building a company brand, you also want to be building your personal brand alongside that. And there's a couple of reasons for this. Number one, as awareness is raised of your company, and of course, alongside that you have two different ways of communicating with your audience. A company can communicate in a certain company style in what the content may be. And then you as the person can also put up content that is more of a personal level. There's a personal connection there, much like I'm doing now, where you kind of see who I am and what I look like and what my personality is like, what my voice is like, the way I speak, the way I dress. All this is about, not about me, but it is reflective of me talking to you as a person. And my company, Genovese Web, they talk in a different way. Even though it still comes from the same source, I'll communicate in a little different manner. And where it becomes really important is you can cross promote them both. So as I talk about different things and I give pointers and advice and feedback and answer questions about certain things having to do with branding, I can mention my company, and you might go there, and if you are in need of services that we offer and we can help, that's great. That's not why I'm here, and it's not why I'm doing it, but it's just a way to do more business. And if I have a company, I want to do more business, so it's a way I can do that and cross promote them. The other thing is this, you know, building a company is not a simple thing to do. There are so many aspects to building a business, that if you're a sole, a sole proprietor, or you're a solopreneur, you're the only person on the payroll, then it's all up to you. And you've got a lot of things to do. You wear a lot of hats. And so building a company is very challenging, and sometimes it fails. Hopefully it doesn't for you, but there are so many factors involved in building a company where it can be affected adversely by economy, by competition, by relevance. You can go out of business. And even though a company can go out of business, if you've built a personal brand alongside that, guess what? You can never go out of business, because nobody could ever take your brand away from you, because God made everybody different and you're uniquely you, and nobody can take that away. So even though your company may be gone, you still have your personal brand, of which you have a foundation. If you've been doing it for a while and you've done it properly, you have a foundation of which you can build. You could build a new company or fall back on that personal brand, because if you become a trusted advisor in your industry, you can quickly pick up the pieces and retool if necessary. Also, if you have done your personal brand properly and you are a go-to person in your industry, look, you can be a consultant right off the bat. You can be a speaker at different events and offer what you've learned while you build the company back up, or maybe that company wasn't the right one for you. Your business has to be a good fit for you. I've seen people start businesses that they did not love, but they built them, or they tried to build them because it was a good business idea and it was profitable, generally speaking, but maybe they're having a tough time making it profitable. Because I believe that if you don't love your business, I believe you're in the wrong business. I believe it takes love. I believe you have to really love doing what you're doing. Like, there's no doubt, I love what I do, every aspect of it. And maybe that's a lot to ask for anybody to search for or hope for. It just happened to work that way for me. But by the way, after many, many businesses that were not a right fit for me, I landed on one that is. So sometimes you got to keep searching. But build that personal brand alongside anything else you do. Because look, in this time, in the world that we live in, it's the greatest period of time in the history of the world, bar none, because the internet, the technology we have, has given you the best and greatest access to tools to do anything you want to do. There is no excuse to be able to quickly learn how to do something and monetize it. You've got the ability to put yourself out there, be the marketing person, be the advertising person, be the PR person, be the designer, be the salesperson. And it doesn't take a lot because of the technology. So personal branding alongside your company branding, build them both, build them in conjunction. They will help feed one another. And because personal branding is uniquely you, there's not much to think about. You just be you, you put out great content, and over a period of time consistently, there's no doubt you can win in your space. So if you got any questions or you got any comments, I want you to spike those below. I want you to hit that subscribe button. Tune in regularly. I've got great new content coming out all the time. This has been Savvy. I'm Rob G. Remember, always be learning, always stay savvy. Thanks for watching.